Hey, this is Matt once again. What about to end the video is another paid request. This time for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, reviews, reactions, tier lists, random stuff, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Tract in 2000, which I thought this sounded familiar. And went, oh, okay, I've seen the cover of this. I never saw the film. It's an anthology film, 3 stories, and not really the host, but the wraparound story stars John Ritter. Now, he's easily the best part of this, and the wraparound story I really enjoyed. In fact, I wish the wraparound story was the whole story. How do I do it without spoiling it? John Ritter, he is to sell a house, and he's trying to sell a house to this couple who recently got married, and which each house, because of full disclosure, which is the law, he's got to tell the history of each house. And that's how you get into each of these stories. So, and it goes to 3 houses, there's 3 stories. And the way John Ritter, I'm a big fan of the guy. He passed away way too soon. He was talented, he was funny. I liked him in Stephen King's It. I liked him in Stay Tuned, underrated comedy from Peter Hyams from the 90s. Anytime I would see him, it just, even his bit parts, whether it be in Sling Blade, Bad Santa, John Ritter was always a pleasure to see. And you tell that which each house he doesn't sell, there's something going on. They get more and more anxious, more and more agitated. There's something going on. And then when you find out what's going on, I'm like, wow, this is an interesting premise. Why can't this be the entire fucking movie? Because it's a lot better than the 3 stories it tells. And that's why at the end of the day I wasn't a big fan of it. Because the production value seems like made for cable. I don't know how else to put it. It does seem like made for cable. There's a little bit of blood in there. So it's not that it's neutered. But it just, I don't know, it just had this made for cable feel to it. And when you get to the stories, because whoever did the wraparound felt like this person had the right feel. Because with each of these is a different director, I believe. I think the wraparound director is different from the people who did the stories. I could be wrong. I should look that up. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Because like even the wraparound, like it starts off with this kind of sly, quirky, black comic idea of pushing this housing section, and then, oh, here's a worm, and it gets killed by a bird, but then it gets killed by a cat, and then the cat runs off, and John Ritter accidentally runs it over, and he looks in the back, in the mirror, and a dog is wrangling the dead cat, and the couple's like, what's happening? And John Ritter's like, oh, it's nothing. How about he has his black humor to it? John Ritter's having fun with the role. The thing with the 3 stories, the second story had potential, but the third, the finale of it really wasn't that satisfying. I gotta go into spoil. I don't know how to do this without spoiling it. The first story I thought flat out sucked. Because it seems so typical, and you've seen this done before. In fact, you did see this done a lot better in Creepshow. It's not the exact plot, but okay, does this sound somewhat familiar? There's a couple cheating. You have a couple, a married couple. The wife is cheating. The husband finds out, has a shotgun on them, tries to kill them, but the husband dies. They get rid of the body. In this case, get rid of it in the water. They're trying to hide evidence, trying to hide the guy's car. They can't find his keys. They realize that the guy's keys are in the in the water with the guys, so the guys will go back and get the keys. And the husband comes back to life. There's been a lot of those type of stories where there's a couple who's cheating and the third party gets killed, gets... Remember Creep Show, the Leslie Nielsen bit? I mean, it's not the same thing, but it's the couple are the ones that get killed, and then they come back from the grave to get revenge on Leslie Nielsen's character. But that one's done with a lot more style and better acting and better effects. Here, the acting is so-so. It feels like it's going nowhere, and it's slow. She's having nightmares about her dead husband. They need to get the keys. So the guy goes in the water. The dead guy's eyes open. He freaks out. Gets pulled under. She wakes up. She goes to the door, hears something. Gets a shotgun, shoots, opens the door. It's her boyfriend dead. So I guess then it seemed like, okay, maybe this would be a bit different where her guilt and psychosis overtook her. And we think it's going to be the typical, oh, the guy comes back from the grave, but he doesn't. Instead, it becomes a story of guilt, not being able to handle guilt. And maybe that could have been showcased more. Maybe you could have put in a story element that she was guilty of cheating on him. Maybe that she even had doubts of, maybe I deserve what I got. Maybe if he tried to hang me, to find out I cheated on him, maybe I deserved it, and the boyfriend goes, oh, that's silly, that's what you're talking about. Maybe she will feel guilt about cheating on her husband, and then feel guilt that her husband's dead. Maybe you could have put that into play, so that this becomes less about come back from the grave, and more about a person's psychosis within guilt, playing tricks on her mind. So, again, she thinks her dead husband's behind it, but she shoots, and there's the boyfriend with the keys in his hand. Which that's the case there. But instead, it cuts away. Cops come by, and she's hung. Not only is she hung, but she's got slime all over herself. So then it makes me question, did the husband kill the boyfriend and then set him up to get shot through the door? Or did he, like, send her that vision that freaked her out so that she tells her own husband, so that she shoots her own boyfriend, and then he comes back and hangs her? I don't know. I guess I'm not supposed to think about or give a shit. But it just felt forgettable, below mediocre. It feels familiar. And there's plenty of stories you could think of that's similar, has same type, same tone. Again, the wife is cheating, and the couple tries to kill the husband, or what? I'm already floundering. There's not much to fucking talk about with that story. The second story had a bit of potential because there was a bit off kilter. And the actors, you got Bryan Cranston. Before, I don't even know when Malcolm in the Middle came out, so I don't know if this is during his time on that show. But well before Breaking Bad and being all these other movies. And Bryan Cranston does a good job. He plays the dad. He loves his little daughter. Has a wife. And the daughter finds there's this monkey. A monkey, a little bit like circus outfit type of monkey. And the dad's like, oh, I don't know if we can keep him because who knows who he belongs to. The first mistake was the daughter became such a whiny little bitch from the get-go. Daddy, Daddy, me, Daddy, me. Oh my God! Bam! Touchdown! God damn! Now I thought possibly this could be like of unknown origin. great Peter Weller film where this guy seems like he's losing his mind, and he finds out it's this. In the film, you find out it's this rat. He gets a family, and it becomes this war between him and this creature that tears up the place. But ultimately, he does win at the end. But no, because the little monkey, there's a dog. It's been found dead. Understandably, Bryan Cranston gets pissed. I don't know why he fucking hides the dead dog body. He doesn't just tell his fucking wife or his kid. Like, look at the dog. Now look at, like, you could explain to the wife easily. Look at that dog. Look how bloody he is. Look at the patterns. Now, who's the new thing in here? Oh, the monkey. That we don't know where it's come from. The wife, if she had any brain cells, would have understood. If you went up and just told her, showed her, honey, come home right now. Blah, blah, blah. I found him like this. I found our dog like this. Oh, you don't think the monkey... Well, everything's been fine for how many years, and then this brand new animal comes in. Or when the monkey bites his finger, go up to his wife. Hey, honey, that monkey bit my finger. All this stuff is happening. I think it's a danger to our kid. If she's any decent mom or wife, or she's an idiot piece of shit person. Either way, tell your wife, dude. And they just make him do stupid shit. For some reason, he hides the fucking dead dog. Why, I don't know. The dog's being an annoying little pissant. Fuck the monkey, not spank the monkey. Fuck the monkey, not shot the monkey. Fuck the monkey. Oh, and there's another thing. Not only does he find the dead dog, but there's bloody little fucking footprints. The size of a monkey. Just show your wife that, dude. Show your daughter that. If she doesn't want to fuck... Okay, honey... It was the monkey, daddy. Then what the fuck are those... You don't even have to say fuck. What the frick? What the flick? What the shit? What the flick is that, honey? These little bloody monkey footprints. There's little bloody monkey footprints. Show your wife, show your kid, show anybody this. And he cleans it up. You just wipe away the evidence. That's what I mean. Like, Bryan Cranston's doing the best he can, but they make him do the dumbest shit. The dog's dead. There's little bloody monkey footprints. God damn. Show it to your wife, dude. I get maybe you don't want to show your dog because you don't want her to see the dead dog. But at the same time, show the wife and then she could collaborate your story when you tell the girl. But no. So I'm like, oh no, they make him do such stupid shit. So ultimately he hides the dog's body, cleans it up for some fucking reason. I don't know why. And tells the wife and daughter head out for a bit. And hires a guy to get rid of the monkey. And I'm like, this guy looks so familiar. It's fucking Buff Bagwell, who I remember from WCW. I'm like, wasn't he the guy that had the forklift match where his mom was tied up on a forklift? And he had to fight a guy so to get his mom off the forklift? Those are the Vince Russo days of WCW. And people wonder why I give shit to Vince Russo. Because of shit like that. But it's Buff Bagwell. I mean, holy shit, is Buff... But he's only in it for like a minute at most. She's up there, oh wow, let's get Bryan Cranston and Buff Bagwell together. Let's see how this works. Maybe they have back and forth and they become a team. No. He goes in. And like you say, he's in it for a minute at most, and then he's found with like 8 fucking knives in his chest. And Bryan Cranston immediately picks up a bloody knife. Like the first thing he does, there's a bloody knife, he picks it up. And then he's like, then he drops it. Well, the monkey was smart, chose the dumbest dad ever. I feel bad for Bryan Cranston, man. But at least he got. At least you could tell him, hey, Bryan Cranston, trust me. It's gonna get better. There's gonna be a show called Breaking Bad, and it's gonna get better. Hang in there, Bryan. I know you do. I understand why he did a film like this. It's a paycheck, and in work. I get that. He wasn't a bitch star at this point. He needed work. It's not his fault. He didn't write the script. He did a good job acting wise. He tried. Just the script failed him. Turned his character to a moron. So he hides that body. Wife and kid get back. Many times he's being agitated by his daughter because his daughter's acting more and more like a dickhead. I guess to assume the monkey has influenced her mind. I guess. I mean, if I want to see this, I'll watch Monkey Shines. Much better movie. And that'd be cool. I mean, the actor did a good job in Monkey Shines, but can you imagine a film like that with Bryan Cranston in the role? You know what? I don't like remakes, but if someone said we're going to do a remake of Monkey Shines with Bryan Cranston in the lead, I'd actually watch it. I'm not saying it's needed, because I like the original Monkey Shines. I'm saying I would watch it. Although that's the case, just make a different story and have a different animal and have Bryan Cranston in it. But he finds his wife dead, tries to get his daughter. The daughter has a gun on him. He's saying, "Give me the gun." "No, Daddy, no!" And she shoots her own dad. To save this monkey she's only known for a few days, but again, I'm sure we're to assume the monkey has influenced her mind or whatever the fuck the case, whatever. So, like Bryan Cranston, it was fun to see Buff Bagwell in there, but yeah. And then the third story, you have this psychiatrist. She sees this teenager named Sean who's been having visions. He's been having visions of this killer called the Granny Killer. I thought at first, oh, he's killing grandmothers? No. It's called the Granny Killer because he wears an old woman mask. That I know some people look creepy. I thought it looked silly and goofy. And especially he talks, "Hello there." Almost ready to talk like Mrs. Doubtfire. Or talk like, I don't know, at home he had Tweety and Sylvester the cat. So I didn't think it was creepy. I thought it sounded fucking goofy as well. But this teen has visions in the shower, in the pool, while driving. And the death scenes, the director's trying to make it look a bit stylistic. Not a whole lot of gore, though. I mean, there's some blood sprays. But nothing too inventive or glorious in terms of kills. Spoiler alert, ultimately, the therapist thinks the teen's the killer. They struggle. He gets impaled in one of those, I forget what it's called. You know those things they have where there's like a blade thing and they'll put like notepads or some paper in it. So I don't know what the hell you call those things. I don't really understand why people have them anyway. He falls on that. He's wounded. He's trying to get to her. I'm thinking, I already know this guy ain't the killer. So it doesn't do a good job making me think he's a killer. That's the thing. I didn't. I'm sitting there going, wait, is this story trying to make me think like her that maybe this teen is the killer? I never thought that 1 second. So it just made the psychiatrist, how the therapist, how the fuck you want to call her, a fucking moron. And he's reaching in. I'm like, I know he's not the killer, and I can already tell what's going to happen. I have my own fucking vision. Lo and behold, the elevator opens. There's the granny killer. The guy pulled out a gun. I don't know why he didn't pull out a gun to begin with. Like, because the fight begins that she pulls a knife on him, and he lunges towards her. Why the fuck didn't you just pull out the gun to begin with? Why the fuck did you lunge and try to get in this match with her? Just pull her gun and goes, put it down. Put it down. Now listen, I'm trying to save you. And if you wait 5 more minutes, elevator opens, granny killer, there you go. So, but for some reason, this guy, I guess he forgot he had a fucking gun till too late. This girl pulls like a letter opener, whatever the fuck it is, on me. Let's not pull a gun out. I don't keep that. Now I'm dying, now I'm gonna pull the gun out. You fucking idiot. So, I honestly think these stories suck. And I like anthologies. Sometimes. I like Creepshow. I like Trick or Treat. I like Cat's Eye. I liked Tales from the Hood. But there's a lot of bad ones, just like there's good slasher and there's bad slasher films. There's good zombie films, there's bad zombie films. There's good werewolf films, there's bad werewolf films. This one, the best part was John Ritter, because what I was saying at the beginning of this, I said it was the most interesting part. It should have been a film on itself. He's getting more and more agitated. He doesn't sell a house. Would he like a pin? Then when they leave, he like breaks the pin. He takes these phone calls. I have a deadline. Something about, oh, we get this $5 million in 5 years. How do you get that? Well, there's a big incentive plan. And you try to find out that his family is in danger if he doesn't sell this house. So wait, I know I could get them to make a deal. I know I could get them to sign. And so he's pretty much, have you seen pictures of my family? Make me an offer. Make me an offer. And then while this couple is agitated by these stories, they're not going to get a house. He's like, you have to buy a house. And he gets pissed and he fucking stabs a guy in the neck. And he's chasing after the girl. Make me an offer. God damn it. You don't buy a house anyway. Buy it from me. Buy it from me. And then when she gets to the car, the neighborhood is a fucking chaos central. It's dead people in pools. It's someone running over an animal with a lawnmower. It's body parts in a trash can. The lady's like waving hi. That same monkey from the second story. And John was like, make me an offer. He's got like blood on him. He's got, make me an offer. I'm like, I want to see what happens with this character. I want to see what this crazy neighborhood is with all this crazy shit going on. The lady drives away. There's like an explosion in the background. What the fuck? Like, I want to see this story as just a full movie. Let me see this. That was the best part of the movie. I would say, if you find somewhere to watch for free, watch John Ritter's portions. And that's it. But there's a lot of people who, well, there's some people who like the film, to each their own. I think, again, there's better anthologies. I mean, they all have downbeat endings, because that's the point. And characters doing some really stupid decisions. Probably the third story is probably the best directed in terms of style, with how the visions are handled. The second, I would say, has the most interesting cats are Bryan Cranston and Buff Bagwell. But yeah, my favorite portion is the John Ritter wraparound, and it's fun to see Mr. Ritter. May he rest in peace. But I mean, I don't know. There's a reason why this anthology's been forgotten. And I know my friend Mike OCP. He's really an anthology, so, and he loves John Ritter like I do. So he must have seen this. If not, I'm surprised he hasn't. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye bye.